Well, folks, it has been months in the making, but here we are. It is WreSIMania. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Simulated. I am yours truly, Pat Dooley. And over the course of the last several months, we have been running two simultaneous tournaments. We've got our women's tournament, the 150, and our tag team tournament, the 100. Both tournaments end tonight. We've got 4 quarterfinal matches in the 150, followed by the semis and the finals. We've got the semifinals and finals of the 100, plus Royce Chambers defends the World Simuweight Title for the very first time, a title he won by winning our Season 1 tournament, the 500. He will defend against the winner of a Royal Rumble that's going to be happening this afternoon. But hey, enough talking from me. Let's head down to ringside for our opening contest, the first quarterfinal match in the 150. It's Davienne and Shayna Baszler. Now, Davienne got to this point. She's the only qualifier still remaining. She's in the final 8, and she's the 139th seed. She pulled off upsets over Marina Shafir, Tasha Steelz, Charlie Evans, Meiko Satomura, and Koguma. The win over Tasha Steelz, the biggest upset in the tournament, and the win over Satomura is 4th biggest. Our first look at the big stage here for WreSIMania. And here comes Davienne, kicking us off again, as she's done so many times.
Is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from the United States of America,
Davienne, a major long shot here, only a 3.41% chance of winning based on her seed. But again, she has pulled off 5 upsets to get to this point. What's 3 more, right? She's got to do them all in one night, but we've seen her do 2 in a night. Davienne clearly pumped up for the first of what will likely be more than one of the biggest matches in her career. But she's got a massive mountain to climb here in the form of the Queen of Spades, WWE's Shayna Baszler.
From Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
Now, Shayna Baszler, the number 94 seed, also a very low seed, making it to the final 8. But the seeding is based more on the fact that she missed a lot of time in 2022, which is what the seedings are based on. Pro Wrestling Illustrated's list of the top 150 women for 2022. She was number 94 on that list. So far in this tournament, she has victories over Emerson Jane, Christy Jane, Thunder Rosa. That was the 9th biggest upset in the tournament. And then Lufisto. She's had the 3rd hardest strength of schedule to get to this point compared to Davienne's 5th. And her odds of winning the tournament only slightly better than Davienne's at 5.04% chance. She's running relatively short work of her opponents. She's only averaging 2.375 stars per match compared to the 2.6 for Davienne. Usually in 2K, stars, the longer the match goes, the higher the star rating. But here we are underway. Davienne starting things off with a backbreaker. And now just stretching Shayna across her knee. They're just throwing some stomps at her. Went for a splash, but Shayna moved. Scoop into a power slam by Shayna. Cutting her off quickly there. And the Queen of Spades is relentless once she gets on a roll. She's a wrestling and MMA juggernaut in that way. Scoop. Oh. Slips behind, Davienne. Reverse DDT. Scorpion death drop. Call it what you will. Now she deadlifts Shayna up onto her shoulder into a running power slam of her own. Davienne again misses on the splash, though. She's 0 for 2 on those splash attempts. And Shayna capitalizes for a gut wrench into... No, Davienne slips out the back again. Up into an Argentine backbreaker. And just tosses Shayna down. Nice bit of offense there from Davienne. Shayna with a judo throw into a running knee. And now just playing to the crowd, showing off the crowd, giving her an earful here. Strikes from Shayna. The winner of this match is going to go on to face the winner of Viva Van and Saori Anu. Both those matches still to come this afternoon here on WreSIMania. Side suplex into a bridge by Shayna. 1 count. With Davey unable to kick out. Still early in the match. It's going to take a little more than that to put away either of these women. And now possibly a power bomb. No, turning it into a cutter. Referee way out of position. 1, 2, 3. That is enough. Wow, I really thought with as much time as it took the referee to get into position there that Davey N was going to have time to kick out, but no such luck.
Here is your winner, Shayna Baszler.
So Shayna Baszler, the first woman to clinch a spot in the semifinals. Only 1.5 stars for what the game calls a lackluster match. That just means it was short and dominant. Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades, is moving on. Again, she will face either Viva Van or Saori Ano in the semis. So hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to WreSIMania. That was our opening contest of 12 huge matches. And in fact, I'm kind of anticipating this to be a pretty long stream, so I've got 2 intermissions planned as opposed to the usual 1, just because, I know after watching WrestleMania last night, a long show without a bathroom break is no fun. So... but how about that first night of Mania, huh? That was a lot of fun. I admittedly am not keeping close tabs on the product currently, but I watched all of the show last night. My plan was to just kind of pop in and out throughout the night, but I was engrossed. The whole show was very good, and the storytelling in the main event, spectacular storytelling. Hopefully we've got some Mania-level stories to tell here at WreSIMania. Let's head to the ring for our next match, pitting Layla Gray against Savannah Evans. The winner will face either Miyu Yamashita or Utami Hayashishita in the semifinals. As we already know, Shayna Baszler has advanced to face either Viva Van or Saori Ano. Savannah Evans, the number 56 seed, compared to Layla Gray, number 96. I did not pull all of the stats I needed for this. Whoops. So here comes Layla Gray, one of the baddies in AEW. She is the only
Contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from Miami, Florida, Lilith Gray.
So AEW has gone 15-20 in this tournament. Layla is the last representative of AEW. She upset Hyan in round 1, Piper Niven in round 2, Jamie Hayter in round 3, and then Natalya in round 4. So based on seeds, she's had the second easiest road to the final 8. She's the current Pro Wrestling 2.0 Women's Champion. 4.94% chance of winning the whole thing. But she unfortunately has to go through the wrestling cannibal, Savannah Evans.
Charlotte, North Carolina, Sam Violet Evans.
Impact Wrestling has gone 13-7, which is the third best record among promotions with at least one wrestler remaining in the tournament. She's the last one standing. She had to get through Laura DiMatteo, Starlight Kid, Dana Brooke, and Charlotte Flair to get here. 2 top 10 opponents in Flair and Starlight Kid. Second hardest strength of schedule. 8.47% odds of winning the whole thing. She is the current Firestar Pro Wrestling Jewels of Wrestling Champion and the Fest Wrestling Champion. There's the bell, and we are underway. Again, the winner of this will face either Miyu Yamashita or Utami Hayashishita later on in this episode. Northern Light suplex by Layla Gray to start things off. Go behind. big release German suplex, just flinging Savannah Evans across the ring. Now Layla quickly to the top rope. Evans to her feet. Gray with a shotgun missile drop kick, catching Savannah right in the chest. Pulling her to her feet. Off the ropes. Oh, over the ropes and to the floor. Our first real look at the WreSIMania ring apron. There's also a big decal of it on the floor, but we haven't got a good look at that yet, but I think we might be about to. Layla now driving Savannah Evans' knee into the concrete. Rolling her through. Lasso from El Paso here from Layla Gray. A variation on the cloverleaf. Evans kicks her away. And now she's going to send Gray into those ring steps. Now here at PWS, we do use a 20 count at ringside instead of the traditional 10. That stems from us using Fire Pro Wrestling World for our Season 1 tournament. And chunks of the 100 due to WWE 2K's rules about not allowing intergender matches. We had to improvise a little bit by going to Fire Pro for those matches. More on that later when we see Las Chicas Indomables in action. Layla showing off a little bit there. Referees count up to 9, and Layla breaks it. If you follow us on Facebook, you no doubt saw my kind of snarky comment about the AI in this game. There's a prime example right there as Layla inexplicably breaks the referee's count rather than catching her breath after that onslaught on the floor, follows Savannah out and is now getting her butt kicked for it. Evans just throws Gray toward nothing, really. And now into the ring. And those ring ropes were supposed to look a little more golden instead of yellowish white. But, they still look good. They pop off the blue and the purple. Shot to the midsection from Savannah. A couple of forearms from Layla Gray. Now trying to figure out what she wants to do with Savannah Evans. Decides to bounce her head off the top turnbuckle. That's always a good choice. Gonna put her up on the top turnbuckle here. Into a sort of a variation on a fisherman's suplex. Layla rolls through. Oh, do we have a... Oh, air raid crash onto the knee. 1, 2. Oh, Savannah Evans kicks out. Layla Gray very nearly had her there. Would have been not a huge upset. It's number 96 beating 56. I mean, that's big in the grand scheme of things, but considering number 56, Savannah has beaten number 8 and number 9, not quite as big. But now it's hard to tell what she's doing there because they're not selling it to the hard cam. Come on, ladies. This is television. I'm bouncing Layla's head off the canvas a few times. Pulling her up. Got her hooked in a sort of a variation on the pump handle into a suplex. I'm just dragging Layla away from the ropes. Going for the pin. She's wasting a lot of time here. 1, 2. And that gave Layla enough time to kick out. Savannah Evans can't believe it. Ring awareness by Savannah Evans to get her opponent away from the ropes, but not ring awareness enough to not do the move near the ropes. Oh, suplex into a go to sleep. She's used that a few times to pick up victories. 1, 2, 3, and she does it again. Savannah Evans is moving on to the semifinals.
Here is your winner, Savannah Evans.
So far, I don't want to jinx it, but so far we're 2 for 2 on the favorites winning, which is definitely not the trend that the rest of this tournament has held. But a 3-star match there for Savannah Evans. That is the same move that she used to beat both Dana Brooke and Charlotte Flair back on episode 11 of the 150. And here we go. That is 2 matches down. We now know 2 of the semifinalists, Shayna Baszler and Savannah Evans, have both moved on. And I'm glad I switched it to my close-up because we've got our first 2K crash of the afternoon. I suspect it won't be the last. But we do now know that either Viva Van or Saori Ano will face Shayna Baszler. And we know either Miyu Yamashita or Utami Hayashishita will face Savannah Evans. What we also know is that we've got a 30-man Royal Rumble to determine the number one contender for Royce Chambers' World Simuweight Title. And we've got the semifinals and finals of the 100, our tag team tournament that's been ongoing this season. I guess since we are, I'm having to, reload everything here. This would be a good time to talk about Las Chicas Indomables. So I mentioned that 2K doesn't allow intergender matches, right? So singles, tag, no matter what, you can't have men against women, women against men. The game just doesn't allow it. There's no workaround. It's just it's literally not a thing you can do in these games. So I've been using Fire Pro Wrestling World, which is a Japanese game that does allow that, and had some good matches on it. But I really didn't want to have to switch back and forth between two games. So when Las Chicas Indomables advanced this far, I had to use the 2K creation options to make La Haruquita and Yuya, because you can't download a community creation and then change their gender. So there are fantastic Haruquita and Yuya edits out there. I downloaded them. I tried to edit them so that they could be used in matches against men. Just can't be done. So I thought, well, okay, I'll just make a couple of male versions of Haruquita and Yuya, and I'll just, use the whatever, body transformation tools to make them look, more like their actual selves instead of like, generic buff dude like 2K creations are. Also can't do that. So you can't. So basically, you'll see it later on this afternoon when they have their semifinal match against the Butcher and the Blade, and then maybe if they win that, going to the title match. But you'll see that my edits on Las Chicas Indomables are terrible. That's partially my fault because I'm not good at creator wrestlers. I never have been in any game ever. But in this case, I'm blaming most of it on 2K for just. I don't want to, attribute malice to something that could be explained with ignorance, but it does just seem kind of crappy that you can't update a wrestler's gender. It was 2022 when this game came out. It's 2023 now. I don't know if that's been updated for 2K23. I hope it has been, but I don't know. With all the stuff that's been going around, pro wrestling is for everybody. That's been a long held belief of mine, and I love that most wrestlers and wrestling fans are on board with that. But after some of the stories coming out of WrestleCon this weekend we've already been named, so let's name and shame. Rick Steiner apparently had some really, really shitty things to say to and about Giselle Shaw, who is an openly trans wrestler in Impact, and she's fantastic. And rather than, supporting her as a wrestler, he decided to just yell transphobic shit at her across a crowded convention floor. There's no place for that in wrestling, and it would be great to see that kind of stuff represented in wrestling video games. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we won't. But this is me now stepping off my soapbox because 2K has loaded again. I've got the next match set up. So on a happier note, let's head to the ring for Saori Ano and Viva Van in our third quarterfinal match in the 150. So again, the winner of this will face Shayna Baszler coming up later this afternoon in the semifinals of the 150. Saori Ano representing Ice Ribbon, promotion that has gone 2-1. That's not true. They've gone at least 4-1. So, like I said, I haven't done all of these stats like I should have. Yeah, 4-1. Untamable Saoriano has wins over Rhea Ripley, Camille, Taya Valkyrie, and Marty Bell to get to this point. Obviously, that is the highest strength of schedule of anybody in this tournament. She's getting ready to make her entrance. She's sitting at, or coming into the show, she was sitting at a 5.45% chance of winning. Obviously, that increases every time somebody's eliminated.
Is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, Satoru
Saoriano sitting at a 2.875 star rating for her 4 matches, 2.5 against Ripley, 2.5 against Camille, 3 against Taya Valkyrie, and then her match with Marty Bell got 3.5. Her best of the tournament thus far. And 5.45% chance of winning the tournament. 36.5% chance of winning this match. She is the underdog as the number 87 seed. And she does have a stiff uphill climb as she takes on the number 50 seed in this match. There you see Saoriano playing to the crowd. Unquestionably one of the biggest matches of her career coming up here against one of the rising stars of the independent scene, the hell-bent vixen Viva Van. Viva Van is the big-time wrestling women's champion, the PCW Ultra women's champion, and the future stars of wrestling women's champion. She got to this...
From the United States of America,
She got to this point with victories over Casey Spinelli, Mickie James, Miyu Watanabe, and Arisa Nakajima. The 4th highest strength of schedule rank. She has kind of torn through her competition, averaging 2.5 stars, meaning she has just Spinelli and James both were 2.5 stars. Miyu Watanabe was 2, and then she got 3 stars for Arisa Nakajima. 63.5% odds of winning this match, 9.48% chance of winning the entire tournament. Viva Van, like I said, one of the rising stars on the independent scene. She already holds 3 titles concurrently. Many, many more in this young lady's future. The hell-bent vixen, Viva Van, preparing for a showdown here against Saori Ano. Crowd very much behind Viva Van here in LA. WreSIMania, the biggest show in PWS history. Lots of flashbulbs going off, which is cool, but weird because I didn't realize that many people had flash cameras anymore. There's the bell, and we are underway. Viva going straight into a suplex, taking Ano down. Trying to get the crowd pumped up here, but eats a big right hand from Saoriano, who then sends her into the corner. Went for a knife edge chop, blocked by Viva Van. Nice defensive wrestling there. Now got her by the hair, puts her against the ropes. Sends her across, ducks a line, and follows up with one of her own, turning Saoriano inside out. Now just stomping her while she's down. Swings and misses on a kick, though, as Ano moves. Great back and forth counter wrestling from both women here early. Viva now. Oh, drives her back with a dragon suplex. Actually, I guess that was more of a butterfly suplex because she had her in a, it was an overhook instead of an underhook. Big guillotine leg drop off the top. Now just stomping away in the corner. Wasting some time here as Viva Van. Now she's just taking a treadmill walk in the corner there. Remember what I was saying earlier about the AI in this game? Shot to the midsection from Anu. And another. And now sending Van into the corner. Following her in. No! Back elbow from Viva. Shot to the midsection. And belly to belly. No! Blocked by Soriano into an arm drag. Again, great counter wrestling from both women here. Saori, stomps on the elbow of Viva Van. But the Hellbent Vixen rolls through into a kick up to her feet. Big release German suplex, folding Anu in half. Hooks the leg, but didn't hook the near leg, which was the one that was under the ropes. The referee calls for the break, doesn't even start the count. Now Viva continuing to work the arm, heading to the top rope. She possibly going for that leg drop again. No, this time with a big diving elbow. We're caving in the chest of Saoriano. Kick to the midsection, now hitting the ropes. Booker T style axe kick. Rolls her over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Viva Van is moving on.
Here is your winner, Van Vixen.
What did we get on that? Was that a 2-star? Help me out here, game. Any second now. 2 stars for that one. So Viva Van will face Shayna Baszler. And it's a match I'm looking forward to. That should be a lot of fun. As Saori Ano. She had a great run through the tournament. She just ran into a buzzsaw. Viva Van has been fantastic throughout this tournament. Today being no exception. Shayna Baszler has not really struggled throughout this tournament, but she very well might when she meets Viva in the semifinals. We got one more match here in the quarterfinals of the 150. Then after this match is over, we're going to take a short break while I get things ready for the Royal Rumble to determine the #1 contender for the World Simuweight Title. We're about to find out who's going to be facing Savannah Evans in the semifinals later. It's the 2 highest seeds remaining, numbers 12 and 20, as number 12 Miyu Yamashita takes on number 20 Utami Hayashishita. So Hayashishita beat Nikki Cross, Jetta, Serena Deeb, and Shoko Nakajima to get to this point. Yamashita beat Alexa Bliss, Trisha Dora, Raquel Rodriguez, and Becca to get to that point. She's had statistically the easiest road to the quarterfinals, which makes sense because she is the highest seed remaining. Typically, the highest seed has the lowest seeds on the other side of the bracket. So, World Wonder Ring Stardom, the best women's wrestling promotion in the world, only went 14 and 19 through the tournament, which is the worst record among promotions that had more than 5 wrestlers. Worse than AEW, worse than WWE, worse than Impact, worse than Tokyo Joshi Pro. Just not a good run through this tournament for Stardom, but Utami Hayashishita has survived.
Following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
Making her way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, Utami.
So Utami Hayashishita, Big Daddy's third daughter, only a 4-year pro. Last year on PWI's list, she was number 2. Slipping to number 20 for 2022, which is tied for her lowest ever ranking with So 4 years pro, 4 times listed on PWI's list, 18, 20, 2, and 20. I mean, just a massive star in the industry. And again, she's only 24 years old. She's only a 4-year pro. The best is still to come from Utami Hayashishita. And that's a terrifying thought for anybody in World Wonder Ring stardom or women's wrestling around the world. Because can you imagine how good she is going to be in 5 years with some more experience under her belt? She's one of the absolute best in the world, Utami Hayashishita. She's a technical wrestler. She's a powerhouse. 5'5", 143 pounds, trained by Kaijetsu. She's got a 23.7% chance of winning the entire tournament, but only a 37.5% chance of surviving this match. Because her opponent, talked about Stardom having the worst record in the tournament, the best record has belonged to Tokyo Joshi Pro. Laying here, waiting for the music to hit. There it is.
And from Japan, the Pro Wrestling Champion, Yamashita,
Miyu Yamashita, you can see her walking to the ring with the Pro Wrestling Eve Championship. She is also one half of the Princess Tag Team Champions in Tokyo Joshi Pro, alongside the world's cutest, Maki Ito. They just won those titles about 2 weeks ago. So Yamashita is on a heck of a run, even after a great 2022. You know, the number 12 seed in the tournament. Only her second year being ranked by PWI after being number 31 the previous year. She is a 9-year pro at age 27. There's the bell, and we are underway. This is the last of 4 quarterfinal matches here at WreSIMania. The winner will face Savannah Evans later on this afternoon. The winner of that match will challenge for the World Simuladies title later tonight. A series of kicks here from Yamashita. Utami gets to her feet, managing to fight out of that. Shot. Oh man, just a series of strikes now from Hayashishita, and that is a dangerous position for Miyu Yamashita to be in. Big side slam. Now Utami firing off more strikes, just pummeling Miyu here. Miyu collapses against the ropes, just looking for anything to help break up this onslaught. Oh, got her mounted against the ropes and just driving knees into her ribs. Brutal combination of strikes there by Utami, followed by a fall away slam. Stomp to the midsection, and then that kneeling camel clutch. Keeping the right leg straight, putting her weight on her left knee into Yamashita's back. She's got her back. Going for a suplex, possibly a brain buster here. Not sure what she's doing. She's just holding her vertically. The power of Utami Hayashishita is just insane, driving her down with that big delayed vertical suplex. Now quickly up to the top rope. Went for a big splash, but Miyu saw it coming. She had it scouted, and she rolled out of the way. Big kick. Knee to the spine, hook in the leg. Referee way out of position again. Shocking. Doesn't even get a 1 count before Utami kicks out. Another kick to the spine. Miyu looks like she's starting to heat up a little bit here. Pulling Utami to her feet. That might be a mistake. She's probably better off keeping her down. And apparently she changed her mind because now she's going into those mounted punches. Utami trying to cover up. Successful for the most part. But Miyu now to the middle turnbuckle. Utami to her feet. And she swings and misses. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but it probably wasn't that. Because now Utami has taken control. Punches, back fists, chops, elbows, kicks. Utami is on a roll now. And whatever that was that Miyu Yamashita was trying to do off the middle turnbuckle has come back to bite her in a major way. Oh, but she does manage to dodge a strike. Now takes control. What's she doing with Utami here? Putting her up against the ropes. Oh, but Utami fires back. Trading strikes now. Gut buster by Miyu. And then a kick to the spine and then a stomp to the ankle. Trying to keep Utami down. That is the best strat. It's the best strategy. And then, of course, she just walks away. And just taunting her in the corner. Possibly getting ready for Crash Rabbit Heat. There it is! Crash Rabbit Heat, that running knee to the jaw. 1, 2. Oh, but Utami kicks out of it. Can I take more than that to keep Utami Hayashishita down, even from the Momoiro striker? Shot to the midsection from Utami. And a big side suplex. Oh, now Utami getting some momentum going. She might be thinking it's time for the torture rack bomb, but no, she just sends Miyu to the floor. Gonna continue the punishment out there. Now a series of kicks here from Yamashita. Utami ducks one. A couple of left jabs to the face. And a left of Miyu's. And another gut buster. Then a kick to the chest. Stomping away. And a big kick to the face. Got the arm hammerlocked. Pulling back on the right hand. Working over the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder. All the major joints on both arms of Utami Hayashishita. Miyu rolls back in. Getting the crowd riled up here. Possibly thinking it's time for another Crash Rabbit Heat. Huge side Russian leg sweep from Miyu Yamashita. Now just raining punches down. Stomping on the back while she's got the arm trapped. And a kick to the face. Just brutalizing Utami Hayashishita here is Miyu Yamashita. Cranking back on the wrist. And a double knee to the spine. But Utami back to her feet. Here it comes. Torture rack bomb. She's won so many matches in this tournament with that move. 1, 2. And Miyu kicks out of the torture rack bomb. Both women have now kicked out of their opponent's finishers. We've seen the Crash Rabbit Heat from Miyu. We've now seen the torture rack bomb from Utami. What is it going to take to keep one of these women down? And keep in mind, the winner still has a match with Savannah Evans later. And then if they win that, they've got one more match against either Shayna Baszler or Viva Van. Huge top rope splash from Utami Hayashishita. Pulling Miyu to her feet. Got her by the hair. She's going to bring her over to the corner, perhaps. Yes, bouncing her off the top turnbuckle. Putting her up top, looking for something off the top rope. But no, Miyu with a kick. Got her up. Death Valley driver. Actually, that was more of an attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3. And Miyu Yamashita wins what is the match of the night. Fantastic match between these two. And Miyu Yamashita, the number 12 seed, is now going to be facing Savannah Evans in the semifinals. One more win closer to the World Simuladies title. A 3.5 star for that one. Maybe even up to 4. It got up to 4 with that finish. Nicely done. Miyu Yamashita earning her spot in the semifinals. The highest seed remaining, number 12. She will face Savannah Evans in the semis later this afternoon. So yeah, we now know Viva Van against Shayna Baszler. We know Miyu Yamashita against Savannah Evans. We know the semifinals of, let me get myself back on screen here, since I'm going to be doing some stuff behind the scenes here to get ready for the next match. So we have got Viva Van and Shayna Baszler, Miyu Yamashita and Savannah Evans. Those are the semifinal matches. Winners will face off for the title. We also know coming up soon, Las Chicas Indomables against the Butcher and the Blade. Violence is Forever against the Motor City Machine Guns. The winners of those matches will face off for the World Simuweight Tag titles. And we know Royce Chambers is going to face the winner of a Royal Rumble. Now, the Rumble's going to take a little bit of time to set up, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick little 5-minute intermission while I get that set up, and when we come back, names like CM Punk, Bron Breakker, Speedball Mike Bailey, Hechicero, Kai, Edge, Alex Shelley, Malakai Black, Christian Cage, they will all be doing battle in a Rumble to determine the number one contender. Don't go anywhere. WreSIMania will be right back. Hey everybody, sorry this is taking longer than I thought I was going to, because I have the entrance order and everything all predetermined, and it's just taking longer to load than I thought it was going to. I'm going to put the 5-minute break thing back on, but it's not going to take the full 5 minutes. Be right back. Well, I finished that with like 8 seconds to spare, so I figured I'd go ahead and let it run the rest of the way. Didn't think it was going to take me 10 minutes to set up a Rumble, yet here we are. I had to add the 30 participants, then I had to put them in the right order, because the order is based on their ranking in the PWI 500 for 2022. Basically, what I did was I took the 29 top ranked wrestlers in the PWI 500 for 2022 that were not on the 2021 list, and thus were not part of our Season 1 tournament, the 500. Ring announcer not saying anything, so I'm just going to talk over him here. So basically the entrances are based on that. The number
contest is the Royal Rumble match.
There we go.
The two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 30 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and go on to face the champion of their choice at WreSIMania.
WreSIMania, but close enough. The number 30 spot goes to Masaaki Mochizuki, who was never eliminated from... God! He's supposed to be number 30! Oh my god, this game. Oh my god, this game. I literally put him number 30. Are you kidding me? All right, who does it have at number 2? Okay, well, I got number 2 right. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so mad. I am so freaking mad at this game. I don't the AI and the interface, the AI, all of it in this game, and I'm gonna have to do it all over again. All of it. I have to do all of it over again. All right, guys, we'll be back in God knows how long. All right, guys, I'm close enough to having it done that I'm not going to make you sit through another break screen. Got the wrestlers added. I'm just in the process of putting them back in the right entry order because heaven forbid it remember anything it's ever done before 5 seconds ago. All right. I'm up to number 19. And 20. I will admit, music in this game, for the most part, pretty good. Once you take out the licensed tracks and you just do the actual wrestler entrances, significant auditory improvement. Almost there. That was 27. 28, 29, and 30. Okay. Here. I'm going to bring it back in. There. If you want to screenshot that, that's what it's supposed to look like. Those 30 wrestlers in that order coming to the ring. Okay? Everything is set. I don't know why it asks me to pick somebody. We're going to do, I guess we'll do Yo since he's the first one out. Sure, he's entering number 1. Okay. Here we go. We're going to try this again. Of course, we get to sit through a lovely load screen because that's just how 2K rolls. Load, load, load. Here we go. Now we're going to have the ring announcer again. Not talk, but talk. Because that's how we roll.
The following contest
there it
is the Royal Rumble match. The two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 30 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and go on to face the champion of their choice at WreSIMania.
They don't get to choose. It's going to be against Royce Chambers, and it's WreSIMania. But other than that, dead on. Okay, so this should be Yo. Okay. So far, so good.
Entrance first from Japan, weighing in at 178 pounds.
No? Okay, I'm not going to say his name. That's Yo from New Japan Pro Wrestling. He is the only wrestler representing New Japan Pro Wrestling in the Rumble. He's ranked number 177 on the 2022 PWI 500 after having missed the 2021 list, which was the first time he'd missed since 2017. 10-year pro from Kurihara, Japan. Got a long way to go. 29 opponents to get through to earn that shot against Royce Chambers. Now we're going to find out who drew number 2. Okay, so far so good. Numbers 1 and 2 are both right. Here we go.
Introducing the individual who drew number 2 from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 180 pounds, Noah Carr.
Noam Dar, the first of 7 WWE wrestlers we will see in this Royal Rumble. He is the WWE NXT UK Heritage Cup champion, which is a title that I don't know if it exists anymore. But he was the last holder of it, if it does. Born in Tel Aviv, Israel. He is Israeli. He is Scottish. He's a man of the world, is Noam Dar. 14-year pro. The Scottish supernova. The Israeli icon. Preparing to do battle with Yo and 28 other opponents to earn a spot in our main event tonight against Royce Chambers for the World Simuweight Title. Dribbling an imaginary basketball, or perhaps telling people to quiet down. Hard to tell for sure. Looking at the entrance like he's expecting somebody else to come out. They won't come out until the allotted time is up. Springboard flying forearm by Dar, swings and misses. Yo to the middle turnbuckle here. That's dangerous territory to be in. As you heard Greg Hamilton at the beginning, over the top rope, both feet hitting the floor is how you're eliminated. Nice swinging Rana there by Yo. 10 seconds till our next entrant comes out. He's trying to eliminate Dar here. It's Sting! Yo trying to get Dar out. Dar fights out of it. And here comes AEW's Sting, who for some reason part of his face paint didn't load. Hooray, 2K! But Sting, one of 6 AEW wrestlers in the tournament. Of course, he has been on the PWI 500 many, many, many times. 2022, though, the first time he'd been ranked since 2013. But Yo's got him up on his shoulders here, looking for something. Sting firing off some elbows. Sting rated number 1 back in 1992. He was also number 5 on the very first list in 1991. And here comes a man who was ranked for the very first time, Alec Price, the Southern Underground Pro Bone Storm champion and the Empire State Wrestling Interstate champion from Boston, Massachusetts, a 6-year pro, one of the rising stars of the independent scene. He was rated number 159 on this year's PWI 500, going at it with Noam Dar while Yo and Sting go at it. Sting off the ropes twice and a big splash on Dar. And now we've got number 152 from Glate. It's Hayato Tamura, the G Infinity champion, making his way into the ring. Yo with a code red on Alec Price. And now going to work on Tamura while Dar and Sting continue to battle. Big DDT by Yo. Sting with a side suplex on Dar. And now Price comes up from behind with a European uppercut to the back of Sting's head. The red entrance coming fast and furious here. I think I said it for 60 seconds between entrants. Number 6 is another WWE superstar, Jimmy Uso. He was, up until last night, one half of the SmackDown and Raw Tag Team Champions, losing both titles to the duo of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It is Yo has been kind of tackling the newcomers as they enter, now working on Jimmy Uso, while Hayato Tamura and Noam Dar battle, as do Sting and Alec Price. We're about to have our next entrant. Number 7 is El Toro Blanco Rush from AEW, representing La Facción Ingobernable. And we got a ring full of bodies here as El Toro Blanco, El Orgullo de Tala, makes his way to the ring. A mainstay on the PWI 500, missed the 2021 list after having been number 18. Oh, and he immediately eliminates Sting. Sting, the first man out. Yo, shortly behind. Oh, I thought that Rush was going to add Dar to the list of quick eliminations. Doesn't. And here comes the American Wolf, Davey Richards, making his way to the ring. The Full Metal Bulldog. recently released by every promotion he was working for after some domestic violence allegations, and Noam Dar immediately eliminates him. Davey Richards in and out just like that. And Jimmy Uso in dangerous territory on the apron, but everybody seems to have forgotten about him, including Roosh, who's the one who put him there. Uso catching his breath in a dangerous place, but he rolls back in. And now taunting the crowd, which gives Alec Price a chance to come up behind him for a backbreaker. And now in comes England's Mark Haskins, another guy who had been a mainstay on the list but missed 2021. That's Hayato Tamura just went out. I think Jimmy Uso was the one who did it. We'll do a full recap on the Rumble this afternoon after the show's over. I'll go back through and watch and get timestamps and everything. But right now, European uppercut. Oh, double stomp, cave-in stomp by Alec Price on Mark Haskins. And a big European uppercut. And number 10 is Baron Corbin, yet another WWE representative. Missed a lot of 2022 or 2021 with an injury. So his return to 2022 at number 134. The Lone Wolf, the mayor of Jackpot City. And Noam Dar, for like the fourth time in this match, gets stun gunned across the top. Mark Haskins with a standing moonsault on Jimmy Uso. Meanwhile, Alec Price working over Roosh. 6 men in the ring, a seventh about to join them. This is going to be entrant number 11, and it is Hook. Send Hook, the FTW champion. Another all-elite wrestling representative here. 6 feet tall, 202 pounds. The son of the legendary Taz. And Noam Dar is out, thanks to Baron Corbin. And now Corbin going after Jimmy Uso with a big knee to the face. And a right hand as well. And another. Corbin working over Uso while Hook Reigns punches down on Alec Price. Alec Price has been in there the longest. He came in at number 4, and he's still in there. Omos is number 12 from WWE, the Nigerian giant, 7'3", 400 pounds. We got a little bit of a stare down with him and Baron Corbin, and we're going at it here. Omos now going for a backbreaker, perhaps. No, up onto the shoulder for a massive slam. And we're going to have another entrant here coming up. Oh, Corbin and Uso teaming up. Oh, and Alec Price is gone, courtesy of Roosh. Roosh having a great run here. Kazuyuki Fujita is number 13, one of 2 representatives of Pro Wrestling Noah in this Rumble. Omos and Corbin continue to brawl. Jimmy Uso working over Mark Haskins. But now he's got to deal with Roosh. And Hook going after Fujita. Tamura's been eliminated. Drop kick to the back of the head by Mark Haskins. Everybody else is kind of paired off, so Haskins just kind of taunting the crowd. Big suplex by Kazuyuki Fujita on Hook. And Omos sends Corbin to the floor.
A competitor has been eliminated.
Indeed, he has. Baron Corbin is out. A brief run in the Rumble, but a memorable one. Got a couple eliminations. Looked good. Here comes Niebla Roja, one of 3 CMLL wrestlers in this Rumble. Oh, I just missed it. Who got dumped? Oh, Jimmy Uso's gone. Niebla Roja, 1/3 of the half of the CMLL World Tag Team Champions with Angel de Oro. That held those titles for over a year. He's dealing with Mark Haskins right now. Hook fighting Fujita. And Roosh and Omos doing battle. And Fujita's gone. Hook sends him up and over. And now Roosh trying to get Omos out. Hook helping. Hook and Roosh teaming up here, trying to get the big man out. And here comes Angel de Oro, Niebla Roja's tag team partner. Number 113 on the 2022 PWI 500. It's an immediate gutbuster from Mark Haskins. And Roosh, oh my God, he's got Omos up. Angel's Wings pile driver by Roosh. And then Hook DDTs Roja. Got 6 men in the ring. We're about to have a 7th. Oh, but Haskins eliminates Omos. Here comes Yamato from Dragon Gate Pro Wrestling in Japan. And Haskins with a pump handle driver on Oro. And then a twisting senton. Roja with a drop kick on Hook. Well, Yamato and Roosh battling it out. Short arm clothesline. Haskins trying to get Angel de Oro up and over here. We are 3 seconds away from having our next entrant come to the ring. It's number 17, and it is Homicide. Tiger driver by Niebla Roja on Hook. Homicide going right after Hook. Got him up. He's going to try and put him over. No, Hook slips out of it. Diving reverse DDT. Roja working over his own partner, eliminating Angel de Oro. And then a big knee to Mark Haskins' face. Angel de Oro can't believe it. He was just stabbed in the back by his own tag team partner. And in comes Ninja Mac, our other representative from Pro Wrestling Noah. His first time being ranked on the list, a 9-year pro from Long Island, New York, trained by Booker T and Low Key. He's dealing with Niebla Roja. Meanwhile, another one of those Angel's Wing pile drivers from Roosh. This time that was on Yamato. Big lariat by Haskins. Ninja Mac, one of the most exciting high flyers in the world. What's he planning here? Standing 450. And now Homicide kicking Yamato's chest in. Standing moonsault by Ninja Mac on Niebla Roja. And number 19 is the United States champion, coming off a victory over John Cena last night at WreSIMania Night 1, Austin Theory, the unproven one, all day Austin Theory. And Homicide again, just pummeling Yamato with those kicks. We got 8 men in the ring. This is the most we've had so far. And as soon as I say that, Ninja Mac is out, courtesy of Niebla Roja. And it looks like Yamato is going to be next. Homicide trying to take him out here. But he manages to catch himself and pull himself back in. Makes a drop kick to the back of the head, though. Double stomp by Roosh on Theory. A whole lot of action going on here, and Yamato is out. Homicide has been working over him pretty much since he entered the match. Oh, but now he eats a rolling super kick from Mark Haskins. He's through another super kick from Haskins. And a twisting senton. And another twisting senton. And why haven't we had a countdown for that? There we go. I was a little worried the game had glitched out. I've had that happen to me on a Rumble before. Tombstone by Roosh. Niebla Roja misses a moonsault on Hook. Axel Tischer is the 20th entrant. The former Alexander Wolf, member of Imperium, member of Sanity, making a name for himself in Westside Extreme Wrestling in Germany, his native land. He's from Dresden initially. Spent a good deal of 2022 as a champion in WXW. He's working over Roosh. Hook battling Niebla Roja, and Homicide power bombing. No! Oh God! He's just gonna crush Mark Haskins' spine with that suplex. And here comes Yo again. What the hell, game? Homicide is out. Why does Yo? Guys, I'm as confused as you are. That was supposed to be Christian Cage coming in at number 21. I don't know why Yo gets to come in twice. I set him to come in first. He came in first. Then he got eliminated. Austin Theory's gone, courtesy of Mark Haskins. I don't know what happened there. I don't. I have no idea what the hell is going on with this game. I will be very glad to be done with. I mean, I'm having a blast. This is fun. Haskins eliminates Hook after a great run. But I just don't know what's going on. Yep, they're just going to skip Christian Cage altogether and go straight to number 22, Malakai Black. That's great. This is incredibly frustrating. I spent 15 minutes setting up this match to get it perfectly right. Tischer's gone. Brainbuster by Black. Here comes Alex Shelley at number 23. Yeah, we're just completely skipping. Just going to completely skip Christian Cage. I think that was Roosh. Yeah, Roosh is out, courtesy of Malakai Black, after a great run through this match. Okay, executive decision. As the chairman of Pro Wrestling Simulated, tonight's main event is a three-way match. Royce Chambers versus Christian Cage versus the winner of this Rumble. That was Haskins, I think, taken out there by Alex Shelley. And here comes Edge at number 24. A brutal face buster there by Niebla Roja. I think at this point, Roja's been in there the longest. And he just gets stun gunned across the top by Edge. Black takes Yo down. Somebody eliminate Yo. He is not supposed to be there. And here comes Kai from Yokohama and Kanagawa, Japan. 2022, his first ranking since 2018. The 16-year pro. Cool and hot Kai going after Yo. That's right. Eliminate Yo, please. Big kick by Malakai Black. And that's it for Niebla Roja. Malakai Black is dominating this Rumble. Discus punch by Shelley, though. And Black is down. Keep in mind, Alex Shelley will be wrestling again shortly as he teams with Chris Sabin to take on Violence is Forever in the semifinals of the 100. Shelley could win 2 titles tonight. Hechicero from CMLL, 1/3 of the CMLL World Trios Champions, with Euphoria and Mephisto in the ring. The last of our CMLL contingent. And Malakai Black going right after him. And it is now time for number 27, Speedball Mike Bailey. Talk about guys that have been on a tear. Mike Bailey, a 17-year overnight success. Alex Shelley gone, another elimination for Malakai Black. Oh, and just an earthquake splash by Hechicero on Kai. Get him out. I thought Black was going to eliminate Yo. I was really hoping he would, because Yo's not supposed to be there. There we go. Up and over. No. Speedball's already out. Wow, that did not last long. Number 28 is Bron Breakker, who just lost the NXT title after nearly a year as champion. Kai is out. Bron Breakker losing the title to Carmelo Hayes yesterday afternoon at NXT Stand and Deliver. Standing shooting star by Yo, who really needs to get eliminated. Oh, Black takes Bron Breakker's head off with that running knee. 2 entrants remain in this Royal Rumble. Number 29 is CM Punk, who is ranked number 3 on the 2022 PWI 500. His first ranking since 2013. Same with Sting. And he's dealing immediately with Yo. Big right hand for Malakai Black. They're looking for a suplex. Taking Hechicero down. And we're 8 seconds away from the entry of our last participant in the match, our second Dragon Gate wrestler, the only man to not lose in the 500, Masaaki Mochizuki. Hechicero is gone. CM Punk has eliminated him. This is your final 6. CM Punk, Malakai Black, Masaaki Mochizuki, Bron Breakker, Yo, and Edge. And Yo is gone. Thank you, Bron Breakker. And there were 5. Mochizuki fought Miro to a double countout in the 500, which then turned into a triple threat with the two of them and El Desperado. Miro got Desperado to submit. Mochizuki was never pinned, never forced to submit, never lost by countout, only a draw. So he earned himself the number 30 spot in this Rumble. And a showdown with CM Punk there. Oh, and Edge has just eliminated. Oh, that's Malakai Black. A great run by Black, but he does not survive to the final 4. And the final 4 are... Oh, CM Punk is gone. We're down to 3. Execution on Bron Breakker. It's Edge. It's Mochizuki. No, it's just Edge and Bron Breakker. One of these men will face Royce Chambers and Christian for the World Simuweight title in our main event tonight. Alabama slam by Breakker. Breakker came in at number 28. Edge came in at 24, I believe. And Breakker sending Edge into the corner. Just gives him a little shove. Warming up the clothesline, nails him in the corner with it. And down goes Edge. It's Edge and Breakker. Oh, here we go. We're going to get the Mania spot. The final 2 men circling each other in the ring. Big right hand for Breakker. Go behind. Up into the torture rack. And just tossing him down. Pulls him to his feet. Huge knife edge chop by Breakker. Edge fighting back. And a standing drop kick. Breakker is down. Can Edge capitalize and eliminate him? Can Edge move on to a triple threat match involving the world champion Royce Chambers and his best friend Christian Cage, who was screwed out of this Rumble by Yo, who decided to go twice. Breakker now trying to get Edge up and over. He's got him on the top turnbuckle. Just a little push will do it. But Edge hanging on for dear life. Fighting back, gets in a shot on Breakker. And Breakker is staggered. Sending Edge to the apron. But Edge right back in. Not going to allow Breakker to take him out that way. Huge drop kick right on the jaw. Edge now. Oh, it was going to bring Breakker over to the ropes. But Breakker firing back with shots to the midsection. And a bulldog. Down goes Edge. Now Breakker pulling him to his feet. Sends him head first into the turnbuckle. He's going to try and get him up and over. He's up top. Edge struggling. Edge, a former Rumble winner. Breakker gets him out. Bron Breakker is going to the main event to challenge for the world title. The World Simuweight title. It's going to be Royce Chambers against Christian Cage against that man, Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker entered at number 28. Outlasted everyone else to win the match and a title shot in our main event. Again, it's Royce Chambers against Christian Cage against that man, Bron Breakker. A 5-star match for that Royal Rumble. Good stuff all around. Good showing by Bron Breakker. And now he is going on. I'm still annoyed for Christian Cage, but you know what? Executive decision, I put him in the title match. All right, so let's shift gears here a little bit to the semifinals of the 100, our tag team tournament that's been ongoing for a couple of months. We are about to crown the first ever World Simulatag Champions, but we need to find out who's going to be competing in that match. We know the 4 teams that want to be whittled down to 2. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Did I not update the arena? Did I screw up? That's definitely the wrong backdrop. Well, I'm going to just let that do its thing for a minute. I'm going to drink a little water. Got the pop last night when that music hit. Deafening. I didn't feel like the crowd was mic'd super well during Mania Night 1. It sounded great, but there were some moments where I could tell the crowd was really reacting to something and it didn't quite come across. Yep, I messed up. Okay, back to me. We're gonna go back and fix this so that they're in the right arena. I just got distracted. But hey, you guys are about to get a look at my terrible. Well, I mean, you saw him in the upcoming screen there. How just absolutely atrocious those edits of Yuvia and La Harakita are, because you just can't turn female wrestlers in this game into male ones. Or you can't, no, other way around. You know what I mean. You can't make a male creator wrestler look like a female wrestler. Here we go. Well, it's better, except for whatever reason the Blade's thumbnail isn't loading. But the Butcher and the Blade, the winners, move on to the finals of the 100 to crown the first ever World Simuladage Champion. Come on, come and get it. Come on, come and get it. No chance. Trying to figure out. All right. Here comes All Elite Wrestling's The Butcher and the Blade. AEW went 19-14 throughout this tournament. Butcher and Blade, the number 89 seeds, pulled off upsets over Strong Hearts, Damage Control, the Workhorsemen, Atrapa Sueños, and the Usos. Oh yeah, the Butcher and the Blade pull off 2 of the 10 biggest upsets in the tournament. Tied for 10th with that win over Damage Control. And then, of course, the biggest upset of the entire tournament. I'm sorry, the 3rd biggest based on seeds when they beat the number 1 overall seeds, the Usos, in the quarterfinals. The 2nd hardest strength of schedule to get here, beating number 1, number 25, number 40, and number 57 to get here. Butcher and the Blade. Of course, the Butcher, the guy with the butcher knife on the back of his trunks. The Blade, the one wearing the gaither, awaiting the arrival of the Mexican National Women's Tag Team Championship. I stress, these are women. I just there's just no way to make it so that they can wrestle men. So I had to make men that look like. That's why they look so terrible. It's really awful. That's Yuvia leading the way to the ring. Followed in by La Haroquita rolling in now. They are Las Chicas Indomables, the Indomitable Girls. They are giving up just a ton of size. I mean, Butcher literally is bigger than the two of them combined. They made it this far by beating the SAT, Imperium, FWC, the Kingdom, and the Lucha Bros to get here. That is the hardest strength of schedule. They had to go through 4, 5, 21, 28, and 92. La Haroquita coming out swinging here against the Butcher. Sending him off the ropes. Series of shots to the spine, and down goes Butch. Butch went for a big a drop kick, but Haroquita moved. He just crashed and burned. Top rope Rana, nicely done by La Haroquita. And she's going to tag in Yuvia. And Las Chicas Indomables off to a fast start here. They're the number 37 seeds in there against, again, number 89, Butcher and Blade. Butcher's got Yuvia up. Backbreaker. Now just stretching her across his knee. Standing on Yuvia's back and posing. So strong. Andy Williams, the Butcher of Buffalo. Tags in the Blade. Went for a kick to the midsection. It's blocked by Yuvia. Turns it into a dragon screw leg whip and tags Haroquita back in. She sends Blade off the ropes. Oh, no, sends him over the ropes and to the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is WreSIMania. This is the Season 2 finale of Pro Wrestling Simulated. We've been running a tag team tournament, the 100, and a women's tournament, the 150, to crown new champions tonight in those tournament finals. This is a semifinal match in the 100. One of these two teams will challenge for the World Simulatag titles later on this afternoon. Scoop by Blade. And just sort of a variation on the Oklahoma Stampede that ends with him just flinging Haroquita out of the corner. Just punches, stomps, kicks, and tags the the Butcher back in. And Yuvia tags back in as well as Haroquita rolls to the floor to recover from that onslaught from the Blade. And now Butcher just bouncing Yuvia's face off the top turnbuckle. Snake eyes. Big right hand. Got her set up for a suplex. Just like a Beal slam there, throwing her over his shoulder. A release vertical suplex almost. Now go behind. No, just a side. There's sort of a blue thunder bomb. Not quite as pretty as some guys do it, but honestly, there's really nothing pretty about the Blade or the Butcher. Blade's a good-looking chap. I mean, look at him. Look at that. Look at that strong, chiseled jaw. The man among men. Meanwhile, Yuvia working over the Butcher in the ropes, choking him across the top rope. That's a little uncharacteristic out of Yuvia. Sending Butcher into her own corner, into the LCI corner. Thought she was going to tag in La Haroquita, but no, instead she's going to go for that hanging choke. We've seen her use this a few times throughout the tournament. Just hanging the Butcher by his neck. And now just slamming the back of his head off the mat. Butcher has taken a ton of abuse throughout this match. And in comes La Haroquita. Now she's going to work on Butcher. Fireman's carry takeover. Go behind. Sort of a variation on the stump puller. But she's also got his arm trapped as well. Trying to get a submission. I mean, it also kind, like when your hip hurts like that. That honestly looks like if it was done right and not with the intention to hurt, that might actually feel pretty good. But a rib breaker and another, and then just flinging Harukita aside. Butcher makes a much needed tag to the Blade, Pepper Parks. Blade now making his way across the ring to Harukita. Sweeps the leg, Johnny. A series of forearms. And a Northern Lariat by Harukita. Hooks the leg. One, not even one before the Blade kicks out. And Harukita can't believe that. But in all honesty, Blade has spent most of this match on the apron. Belly to belly by Harukita. Maybe ready to put this one away. Oh, I don't know what she was going for, but Blade made her pay for it with a big forearm. Series of kicks and chops now from Harukita. And a drop kick. She's got the legs wrapped up. Haas of Pain. It's got him in Charlie Haas's old finisher, the Haas of Pain. I love that move. Oh, but Blade gets up to his feet quickly with an arm wringer. Oh, no, there's that hanging choke. We've seen him use that before. Harukita fighting her way out of it, though. Big kick. Possibly a hip. Nope. Just going to bring him over to her corner. Still not tagging in Yuvia, though. Usually when you see that kind of offense in the corner, you're going to make a tag. Now she goes back to the middle turnbuckle. Oh, she's going back for that hanging choke. Just dangling Blade by his neck. She did it to the Butcher earlier. Actually, Yuvia did it to Butcher earlier. Now she's done it to the Blade. The Blade makes a desperation tag to the Butcher. And now Butch with a big German suit. No, he pulls her to his feet. Ripcord Lariat turning Harukita inside out. One. Oh, but Yuvia comes in out of nowhere to break up the pin. Now Blade's going to send her to the floor. And Blade again with the Lariat. Butch tags Blade back in. Blade to the top rope. This is not usually his game, but desperate times. Huge guillotine leg drop on Harukita. Took a lot of time before going for that pin. Wasted so much time. And that allowed Yuvia to get in the ring and break it up. Now Blade sending her to the floor. Big knee by Blade. And now Blade goes back into that choke. Sort of an anaconda vice. Harukita in a bad way here. Blade continuing to wrench back. I tried to pull her to her feet, but Harukita kicked him in the head. A big face plant. Blade goes down hard. And a drop kick by Harukita. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Butcher mistimed his breakup of the pin, but Blade was able to kick out anyway. Harukita now slamming the back of Blade's head off the mat. Now bringing him over to the corner, bouncing his head off the top turnbuckle. Off the ropes goes Blade, drop toe hold, and an elbow drop by Yuvia. Crowd is not loving this. Rallying behind the usually hated Butcher and Blade. But in all honesty, the things that fans usually hate Butcher and Blade for are the things that Las Chicas Indomables are doing in this match. Blade slips out the back of a slam. Side suplex. Dropping Yuvia. Tag made. And in comes the Butcher. Big forearm by Yuvia. And then a hair pull, pulling what remains of the back of Butcher's hair. Elbow. Well, folks, I don't know if you can hear that, but one of my neighbors has decided that even though we had massive storms a couple nights ago and everybody's yard is swampy, it's time to mow. So I'm sorry if the microphone's picking that up. Drop kick to the back of the head there by Harukita. Pulls Butcher up. And taking him for a little walk before slamming him into the LCI corner. Tag made. Yuviya comes in. Got another drop toe hold. Elbow drop situation there from Las Chicas Indomables. And Butcher dives to tag in Blade. Blade's got Yuviya up on his shoulders. Snake eyes. And Yuviya collapses in a heap in the corner. And now Blade choking her out. Blade now stomping the arm of Yuviya. Quick tags in and out by Butcher and Blade, trying to keep the fresh man in. That is just smart tag team wrestling. Now modified camel clutch by Butcher. A back elbow by Butch. Pummeling Yuviya in the corner. Another quick tag. And in comes the Blade. Blade just goes for the pin. One, he didn't even do a move. Harukita broke it up after one. And now Blade's got Harukita up. Gonna give her another snake eyes. Trying to figure out what corner he wants to go to. Gave Harukita enough time to get out of it. And Blade sends her tumbling to the floor. Now would be the time to finish this. Harukita's hurt on the floor. Oh, but a kick to the face by Yuviya to stop Blade's momentum. Sends him to the corner. And now she's going to go for that hanging choke again. Blade's in a bad way here. Yuviya going for here. Another just face slam, driving Blade into the canvas. Bow and arrow stretch by Yuviya. Butcher needs to break this up or else Blade is going to submit. I'm fairly certain of that, but he gets cut off by a crossbody from Harukita. Blade barely hanging in there, but he manages to escape. Referee giving Butcher a count of 5 to leave the ring. And Yuviya goes to the floor. Don't know why. She just re-enters. Remember what I was saying earlier about AI? Yuviya now. What's she going for here? Drop toe hold. Takes Blade down, but Blade rolls out of the way of that elbow drop. Discus forearm, that roaring elbow by Yuviya. Tag made, and in comes Harukita. Harukita, neck breaker. Now working over the arm. Some joint manipulation here from La Harukita, stomping on the arm. And she's going to tag Yuviya right back in. Las Chicas Indomables have controlled most of this match. Oh, back into that hanging choke. Blade trying to put Yuviya away with that sort of hanging variation on the Anaconda Vice. Yuviya fighting her way out of it. And again, sending Blade face first into the canvas. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Butcher never left the apron. And Las Chicas Indomables are your winners and are going to the title match.
Here are your winners, the Chick Magnet.
What do we got here for ranking? 4 stars. Nice match. ending never really felt in doubt. Butcher and Blade got a couple of nice offensive flurries in, but for the most part, this was all LCI, which means it's going to be Las Chicas Indomables challenging the winner of our next match to crown the first ever World Simulatag Champions. So congratulations to Las Chicas Indomables, an improbable run through the tournament, bringing them one win away from the World Simulatag Champions. They made it through the Butcher and the Blade. There is still one more hill to climb, and it's going to be one of these two teams, two of the best tag teams of the last 20 years. So, no pressure. But it is worth pointing out that aside from the Rumble, so far, the odds-on favorites have won every match tonight. We got chalk winners for all 4 150 matches, and then our first 100 match. But here we go. It's the Motor City Machine Guns against Violence is Forever. The winners will face Las Chicas Indomables to become the first ever World Simulatag Team Champions. We also know the World Simuladies title is on the line. We will find out who will be competing for that title shortly. It will be either Miyu Yamashita or Savannah Evans against either Viva Van or Shayna Baszler. Those matches still to come. And then our main event, Royce Chambers defends the World Simuweight title against the man who won our Royal Rumble earlier tonight, Bron Breakker, and the man who inexplicably was not in the Royal Rumble despite being on the list of participants, and getting 2 entrances, Christian Cage. So it's Chambers versus Cage versus Breakker in our main event for the World Simuweight title. As soon as this finishes loading, I've been stalling as long as I can. Once this finishes loading, it'll be time to find out who will face Las Chicas Indomables for the World Simulatag titles. No? Yeah. Here we go. Any second now. Here we go. The number 51 seeds, the Motor City Machine Guns. Again, coming out with the wrong titles because I forgot to update them.
It's a tag team match scheduled for
one fall.
On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 374 pounds. The Impact World Tag Team Champions, Mustache Mountain.
So, the Motor City Machine Guns they're not the Impact Tag Team Champions, but they are the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions. They are the Game Changer Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And Alex Shelley is the Prestige Wrestling Champion and the Wrestling Revolver PWR Remix Champion. They made it to this point by beating the Best Friends, Toxic Attraction, Disaster Box, the Philly Marino Experience, and Aussie Open to get to this point. And here come the number 10 seeds, the highest seed remaining, the Southern Underground Pro Tag Team Champions, the Action Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and you can see them holding them there, the Deadlock Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. On the left, that's Kevin Koo. On the right, Dominic Guarini. Violence is forever.
Pounds, the Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, the Villagers.
Violence is forever. Got to this point by beating the Commonwealth Connection. They had a first round bye. Then they beat the the Commonwealth Connection, Z-Brats, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and the Bollywood Boys to make it to this point. Third highest strength of schedule, which I guess is also the second lowest since there are only 4 teams. While Shelley and Sabin had the lowest strength of schedule. There's the bell, and we're underway. Chris Sabin and Dominic Guarini starting us off. Again, the winners of this will wrestle again tonight against Las Chicas Indomables for the vacant World Simulatag titles. They'll be the first ever champions. Ku now stomping on the ankle of Chris Sabin. Heading up top right away. Ku with a big elbow drop across Sabin's chest. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Sabin kicks out. And he stomps on his face. Ku with a shot to the midsection. Sabin firing off shots to the midsection, elbows and chops to get out of that headlock. Now pops up into a Rana, sending Ku toward his own corner, and then a big double knee drop. Sabin hooks the leg. 1 count only. Ku kicks it out. Big knee drop by Sabin. And tag made. In comes Alex Shelley. The student of the game, Alex Shelley. A 20-year pro. Sabin, 23 years. Guarini, 7 years. Ku, 9 years. A ton of veterans in this match. A combined, 59 years of experience. Tag made, and in comes Sabin. Great tag team continuity from the Machine Guns. Sabin with an arm wringer here into a hammerlock. And a hammerlock Russian leg sweep on Ku. Brutal move, working over the arm. Sending him into the corner. And now just choking him with his boot. Incredible flexibility by Sabin. He's 41. I'm 40, and there's no way I can do that. But Sabin at 5'10", 178, still in phenomenal shape. One count only after that stomp to the elbow. Seems a little surprised there. Don't know why. But he's taken down by his arm by Kevin Ku. Ku badly needs to tag in Dominic Guarini, and he does. And in comes the Bone Collector, Dominic Guarini. But a springboard DDT by Sabin, and down goes Guarini. And there's a tag. Alex Shelley is now the legal man. Collar and elbow. Guarini gets him up for a scoop slam. Bounces him off the top turnbuckle and then just flings him to the center of the ring. And now Guarini. With a belly-to-belly Uranagi almost. I'm not really sure what to call that. That is just a big knee to the face. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. There's the VIF trigger. Stomping on the shoulder of Shelley. Tags Kevin Ku back in. Not sure of the wisdom there. Ku has taken a beating in this match. Whereas Guarini, relatively fresh. Nice Uraken. And a headbutt. Ku pulling him up into a side suplex. 1. Not even 1 before Alex Shelley kicks out. Kevin Ku getting a little rattled here. Heading up to the top. Sabin looked like he was going to throw him off. Doesn't. Ku taunting Shelley from the top rope. What's he going for here? Big double axe handle. Takes Shelley down. And a VIF trigger of his own. Went for a kick to the midsection. It's blocked by Shelley. Shelley now back into the hammerlock. He's going to do that hammerlock Russian leg sweep. Just trying to dislocate the shoulder of Kevin Ku. Tag made, and in comes Chris Sabin once again. Sabin scoop. Ku slipped out the back. Big rolling German suplex. He's got him in a ripcord lariat, taking Sabin's head off. Kick to the leg. 1 to the midsection. Stomp on the hand. And a kick to the spine. Kevin Koo showcasing that mixed martial art background. Tags Guarini back in. And the Bone Collector looking to collect some bones. Headbutt pulls him up into a side suplex. That's the same spot that Koo did earlier. But possibly a game of one-upsmanship here by VIF. Tiger Bomb! Rolls Sabin over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, not even 2. Sabin kicks out at 1. And it's going to take a lot more than that to keep a wily veteran like Chris Sabin down. Hey, if anybody can do it, it's Violence is Forever. There's that Uranagi from the belly-to-belly position. I'm sure there's a Japanese name for that. I just don't know what it is. Going for a pile driver here. Cradle pile driver, Jerry Lynn style. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? Now, Dominic Guarini stomping on the hand of Chris Sabin. Not against the rules, but not exactly clean either. Hooks the leg way too close to the MCMG corner, and Shelley breaks it up. Now Sabin firing off with shots. Snapdragon suplex takes Guarini down. And the tag is made, and in comes Alex Shelley. Nice low cross body, I think, there by Shelley. It was hard to tell the referee was in the way. Shelley's got him up on his shoulders. Fireman's carry. No, air raid crash possibly? Yes, air raid crash driving Guarini down head first. 1, 2. Guarini kicks out. Koo didn't even come into the ring. He was that confident that Guarini was going to kick out. And a big drop kick by Shelley. Shelley taunting the crowd, not paying attention, and Guarini is able to tag Koo. Shelley went for a low drop kick, but Koo dodged it, and now taunting Shelley in the corner. Shelley turns his attention to Guarini, which is a mistake, because it allows Koo to slam him off the turnbuckle and then to the mat. Pulls Shelley up by his hair, and now he's going to hit that spinning Uranage. Now a double leg. Possible sharpshooter coming up. Oh, there's that stomp out of the surfboard position. We've seen a few wrestlers use that throughout this tournament, and it is brutal every time. One count only. Sabin breaks it up. And now Koo sends Sabin over the top and to the floor. Tag made, and the Bone Collector is back in. Dominic Guarini pulls Shelley up to a seated position. Now pulling him up into a butterfly position for a face plant. That's sort of a variation on the Glam Slam. Stomps on the knee, tags Koo back in. Nice tag team continuity here by Violence is Forever with the quick tags. Boot to the midsection, blocked by Shelley, swings him around into an arm drag. Shelley now springboard, missile drop kick. Beautifully done by Shelley. Alex Shelley now heading up to the top turnbuckle. Oh, but Koo is right there. Big right hand rocks him. But Shelley comes down with the double axe handle, and Koo is down. Shelley now pulling him away from the ropes, pulling him away from Dominic Guarini. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, but Koo is able to kick out. Shelley now with a Sister Abigail there on Guarini. Cut off by Koo. Uraken. Kick to the midsection. Chop. Kick. And Kevin Koo is just beating the crap out of Alex Shelley right now. Shelley allowed himself to get distracted by Dominic Guarini. And now Koo. Springboard moonsault. An elevated quebrada. Beautifully done by Koo. VIF trigger. Now pulling him to his feet. Double leg. Oh, he's going back into that stomp, I think. Rolls through it. Yep, here it comes. Down goes Shelley's face bouncing off the canvas. Koo rolls him over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Shelley kicks out again. The Motor City Machine Guns live to fight another day. Koo sent up and over the top and to the floor by Shelley. And now the match goes off the rails. It's 2K fighting. Oh, man, Lariat turns Shelley inside out. And a VIF trigger again by Kevin Koo. How is Alex Shelley still conscious after the beating he has taken from Violence is Forever? Koo returning to the ring. Shelley still wobbly. Koo goes out after him rather than letting him stay wobbly. Okay, set him back in the ring. That's cool. That's cool. Now get in the ring before. Okay, that's fine. Tag made and in comes Chris Sabin. Shelley rolls to the floor. Koo has got Sabin up. Pile driver. Goes for the pin. He might get it. And drag him away from the ropes. Shelley is wiped at ringside after that beating. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and Sabin kicks out. I thought for sure that was it. Another springboard moonsault by Koo. Tag made. In comes Dominic Guarini. Guarini rolling Sabin over. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, only a 1 count. I mean, he didn't really do anything. But Guarini not in good shape. European uppercut by Sabin. Knee to the midsection. Guarini now. Tiger bomb again. Tag made and in comes Kevin Koo once more. Stomp on the arm. Koo to the top rope now. Sabin to his feet. What is Koo doing here? Double axe handle. We've seen a lot of those in this match. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and Sabin kicks out again. What is it gonna take to keep the Motor City Machine Guns down? Springboard moonsault, that might do it. But he doesn't go for the pin. Instead, he pulls Sabin up. Sabin firing off elbows to get out of the hold. Sabin badly needs to tag in Alex Shelley. Half and half suplex, folding Koo up. And there's the tag. Alex Shelley is the legal man again. Shelley now. Not sure what he's doing with Koo, pulling him away from the ropes. Rolls him over. Oh, he's going for the pin. He didn't do anything. 1. Yeah, Koo able to kick out very quickly. Rolls through on the schoolboy into a super kick. Alex Shelley. Those educated feet. Kick to the spine. Tagging Sabin back in. I'm not sure of the wisdom there. Sabin pulls Koo to his feet. Looking for a scoop slam. No. Sabin hit the fan. Hooks the leg. 1. But it's broken up by Guarini. I feel like I have to explain that joke every time. The fan is what I call that swinging side slam. Because when Rosie was doing his superhero in training gimmick in WWE like 20-ish years ago, which makes me feel old. He was SHIT, superhero in training. I always joked that his finisher should have been called the fan, so that when he hit it, the SHIT hit the fan. But nobody ever took me up on that. Pile driver by Koo, now going for the pin. 1, and it's broken up by Shelley. And now stomping on the arm. Going after Shelley. Super kick. And straight jacket suplex. Tag made and Dominic Guarini back in. The bone collector. Looking to collect some bones. Sends Sabin into the corner. I don't know what he was going for, but Sabin fights out of it. Guarini with a kick. Went for a rolling elbow, but Sabin fights back. Fisherman's cradle shock. Hail Sabin. 1, 2. And Guarini kicks out. Oh my God. This is a 5-star match here. Tag team wrestling chant here from this sold out crowd here at WreSIMania. Sabin to the top rope. Misses the splash. Guarini now working over the arm into a hammerlock. Sabin firing off punches to get out of it. Big knife edge. No. Guarini ducks it. Cradle pile driver. Drags Sabin away from the ropes. Don't get him too close to Shelley, though. Hooks the leg. 1. And Shelley does break it up. But now Kevin Koo sending Shelley to the floor. He's going to chase out after him while Guarini continues to work over the hands of Sabin. VIF trigger caught him right on the jaw. 1, 2. And Sabin kicks out again. Oh my God, what a great match. This might be the best match in PWS history. Pop up Rana by Sabin. Sabin now pulling Guarini away from the ropes. Away from the corner. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Then Guarini kicks out. Sabin kicks him in the face. Now stomps on the leg. What's he going for here? He's got him in sort of a spinning toe hold. And drops the elbow. Sabin back up to the top. Kevin Koo trying to take him down, but is too late. Sabin hits a splash. Where's the referee? 1, 2. Kevin Koo breaks it up. Now Shelley's going to send Koo to the floor, returning the favor from earlier, while Guarini and Sabin continue to battle. Now Guarini kicking some imaginary dirt. A nice kick on the floor right out in front of us by Shelley. Poison Rana by Guarini. That's got to do it. He doesn't even go for the pin. He pulls him to his feet, hits an Uraken, and now rolling through with the cross arm breaker. Way too close to the ropes. That might have done it if he'd done it in the middle of the ring. Poor ring awareness by Guarini, and I'm just chalking that up to fatigue. DDT from Sabin. Sabin now. Half and half suplex. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Guarini grabs the bottom rope. The referee sees it. The hold is broken. Sabin tags Shelley back in. And a lariat by Guarini turns him inside out. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Shelley kicks out of the lariat. This match is still going. Side suplex by Guarini. Tag made, and in comes Kevin Koo. And a Snapdragon suplex by Kevin Koo. Boot to the midsection. Looking for another pile driver, perhaps. Yes! Driving Shelley down head first to the canvas. Taking too much time to pull him away from the ropes. Taking way too much time. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that does it. Violence is forever. Is moving on to battle for the World Simulatag titles. What a match.
Here are your winners, the Villagers.
Violence is forever. Is now headed to the title match. They will face Las Chicas Indomables later on tonight, or this afternoon, I guess. It might be night, depending on where you are. Violence is forever beating Motor City Machine Guns. What an insane match. And I'm going to need some time to catch my breath after that, except there is no time because we've still got 5 more matches to go. Holy cow. Hang on, give me 1 second. I am so... After that match, I needed to turn my ceiling fan on. I worked myself into a sweat over how good that match was. But Violence is Forever is moving on. It's going to be Violence is Forever against Las Chicas Indomables coming up later on in this episode. But now we're going to switch gears again, go back to singles action for the semifinals of the 150 our women's tournament. We started with 150 women. We are now down to Miyu Yamashita, Viva Van, Savannah Evans, and Shayna Baszler. Only one of them will walk away the first ever World Simuladies Champion. Our first match here is going to be Baszler against Van. Here we go. It's the semifinals of the 150. One of these women will face either Miyu Yamashita or Savannah Evans to crown the first ever World Simuladies Champion. What an afternoon of wrestling it's been so far. 2 hours and 13 minutes in. And we still got 5 matches to go. But here comes Shayna Baszler. Victories over Emerson Jane, Christy Janes, Thunder Rosa, Lufisto, and Davienne.
Making her way to the ring from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
She's the number 94 seed, by far the lowest seed remaining. But she has had such a dominant run through this tournament. It's hard to bet against her. She crushed, just absolutely squashed Davienne in our opener. She's had a little bit of time to rest. Actually, she's had a lot of time to rest. There were 3 more matches in the quarterfinals, then the Rumble, and then those 2 tag matches that we just had. So Baszler are well rested. So is her opponent to some degree, but there's definitely not going to be as much time to recover this time, because we're going to have the 2 semifinal matches, and then we're going to have our last 5-minute intermission of the afternoon, and then it's straight into the title matches. And here comes Viva Van.
From the United States of America,
The Hell-Bent Vixen Viva Van beat Casey Spinelli, Mickie James, Miyu Watanabe, Arisa Nakajima, and Saori Ano to earn this spot. She is the big-time wrestling women's champion, the PCW Ultra women's champion, and the future Stars of Wrestling women's champion. She has been on a roll, an LA native coming home for this show. It's Viva Van and Shayna Baszler. The winner will be the first to qualify for the World Simuladies title match, our semi-main event this afternoon. Viva Van soaking in the adulation of her hometown crowd here. This is a big moment for her. She already beat Saori Ano, but this match with Shayna Baszler, I think it probably is the biggest of her career. And if she wins it, she's got one more biggest match of her career tonight when she challenges for the title. Viva Van, the number 50 seed, should not have made it out of the second round, really. But here she is in the semifinals. Baszler shouldn't have made it out of the first round. But that's just, again, based on seeds. Baszler and Van. And there's the bell. We are underway. Baszler wrist lock. That's going to have to be her game plan. Oh, man. Ripcord clothesline by Baszler. More joint manipulation. Baszler, we've mentioned throughout the tournament, is one of the most physically dominant wrestlers in the world, regardless of gender. And she's imposing her will on the Hell-Bent Vixen Viva Van here early. Going to the top rope for a Rana. Nicely done by Baszler. One count only. I don't think Viva Van saw that coming. I certainly didn't. But Shayna just stomping on Viva's face. And now going back to work on the elbow. Just trying to dislocate it. Hard to do much in wrestling when you've only got one functioning arm. Half and half suplex by Viva Van. Fighting her way out of it now, Shayna Baszler. Arm wringer. Soul food. Eat defeat. Call it what you want. Kick to the chest. Baszler just taunting her fallen opponent. Again, we mentioned that with the exception of the Rumble, triangle choke here. Hell's Gate by Baszler. Just trying to choke Van out, put her to sleep. But Van muscles her way out of it, turning it into a power bomb. But a lot of damage done there by that hold from Baszler. Shot to the midsection from Viva. And a Northern Lights suplex with the wrists captured. Van now to the top. What's she going for? Once Baszler on her feet. Huge chop off the top rope. Shades of the legendary Ricky Steamboat. I thought Baszler might have injured her leg there when she came down because it was just draped across the bottom rope. But she seems to be okay. She just landed a little weird. Oh, now Baszler. She saw Las Chicas Indomables do this repeatedly to the Butcher and the Blade. She's like, I want to do that too. It's choking Viva. Playing to the crowd, getting booed. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. 2 count only for Shayna Baszler. Pulling Viva to her feet. Big right hand, and down goes the Hellbent Vixen. The Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, went for a kick to the midsection, blocked by Van. But she's not able to block those. And Shayna Baszler right back on top. Rib breaker. Shayna Baszler just seems to be on a run of destiny to the title. It is going to take a minor miracle from one of her opponents for Shayna Baszler to not walk away the first ever World Simuladies Champion. Stomping on the fingies of Viva Van. Waiting for her to get to her feet. Kick to the midsection. Oh, I think she was going for that suplex into the Kirifuda clutch. Van saw it coming, fights her way out of it. Axe kick! That's the move that she used to beat Saoriano earlier. Ref way out of position. 1, 2. But Shayna Baszler able to kick out. I wonder if the ref had been closer, if that might have been enough. Super kick by Van. And a twisting shooting star press. 1, 2. Oh, but Shayna kicks out again. Very, very near fall. 2.9 on that pin by Viva Van. Got a women's wrestling chant now here from the PWS faithful. Kick to the midsection by Shayna, and another. Going for a power bomb, perhaps. She's got her up. Oh, there's that hanging cutter. That's the move that she used to beat Davienne earlier. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Viva Van grabs the bottom rope. The referee sees it. Shayna Baszler doesn't believe it. She's got Viva up. Big right hand. And she's got her in a sleeper. Kirifuda clutch. She's trying to put Viva Van to sleep, and Viva looks like she's fading. Oh, she's fighting. She's fighting. She woke up. The pain woke her up. But Shayna's still got it. Oh, Shayna lets her go. I think because she was thrashing around so much. But Viva now fighting back. Double underhook suplex. And a Mr. Perfect snapmare. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Baszler kicks out. Viva signaling that this might be over as Baszler gets to her feet. Big overhand by Van. And an overhand chop. And a shot to the midsection. And up and over the top goes Baszler to the floor. Van meets her out there. Knee drop. And a kick to the spine. Viva got her up. No, Shayna slips out the back. Huge release German suplex on the floor by Baszler. And now working a little joint manipulation here, working over the fingers and the wrist of Viva Van. Baszler re-enters the ring. Viva following her in. Super kick! And there's that twisting splash again. 1, 2, 3, and Viva Van wins. Viva Van is going on. She will challenge for the World Simuladies title against either Miyu Yamashita or Savannah Evans. What do we see? Is that a 4 stars for that one as well? Any second now. 4 stars. That's our second 4-star match in the women's division in this episode. So it is going to be Viva Van is one of the finalists for the World Simuladies title. And we are about to find out who her opponent will be. Huge win there for Viva Van. I genuinely wondered if anybody was going to be able to beat Shayna Baszler. But it was Viva Van who pulled it off. Not an upset according to seeds, but based on how this tournament has gone, that is a big surprise that Shayna Baszler goes down in the semifinals. And all that's left now is to find out who is going to be facing Viva Van for the World Simuladies title. Who is going to be the first ever champion, the first ever winner of the 150? It might be Viva Van, and it might be one of these two women, Savannah Evans and Miyu Yamashita. Savannah Evans has beaten Laura DiMatteo, Starlight Kid, Dana Brooke, Charlotte Flair, and Layla Gray. Miyu Yamashita got here by beating Alexa Bliss, Trisha Dora, Raquel Rodriguez, Becca, and Utami Hayashishita. These two have both had a rough road to the semifinals, and one of them will face Viva Van later today. So we already know 2 of our 3 title matches. Violence is Forever will face Las Chicas Indomables to crown the first ever Simulatag Champions. One fall.
Making her way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, Violet Evans.
Savannah Evans, the Firestar Pro Wrestling Jewels of Wrestling champion, the Fest Wrestling champion, trained by Caleb Conley, Cedric Alexander, and George South. All-rounder, born in Charlotte, North Carolina. 5'9", 172 pounds. The Cannibal from Impact Wrestling. One match stands between her and the championship match. But that one match is against the number 12 seed, the Pro Wrestling Eve champion, one half of the Princess Tag Team Champions, Tokyo Joshi Pros, Miyu Yamashita.
From Japan, the Pro Wrestling Champion, Yamashita.
Miyu Yamashita. Number 12 so far on this show, other than Bron Breakker, who was the second highest of 30 seeds when he won the Royal Rumble earlier. So far, the favorite has won every match thus far. Will Yamashita keep that streak going? Or is this Savannah Evans' time to shine? Only one can advance to the championship match. And here we go. There's the bell. Collar and elbow. Yamashita working over the arm of Evans. Hook kick around to the midsection. A punch. Raises the knee. Straight right hand by Evans. And now Evans just biting Yamashita's forehead. And the reason they call her the Cannibal. Taking Yamashita over into the corner. Slamming her face first off the top turnbuckle. And again. Big right hand, and Yamashita staggered. Back elbows now by Evans. Clearly targeting the head of Miyu Yamashita here. Kicks and stomps and elbows and just doing whatever she can. Big punches, back fists, and now a sleeper hold. Just trying to put Yamashita to sleep. Too close to the ropes, so referee orders a break. She gives Yamashita a break, and she's able to fire back. Evans sent up and over the top and to the floor. If this was the Rumble, then Yamashita would have just won. But it's not. We already had one of those tonight. Yamashita goes into the ankle lock on the floor. On Grapevines the leg now. Shades of Kurt Angle. Working over the leg of Savannah Evans. Evans manages to roll over. Trying to fight her way out of it. She manages to. She wasn't able to quite kick Yamashita in the face. She was able to kind of wriggle her way out. Oh, and a hair pull takedown on the floor. There are mats down there, but they're not very thick. And now Yamashita, takes a knee to the midsection from Evans. Evans returns to the ring. Yamashita taunting at ringside. Rolls back in. More strikes from Evans. Oh, but a nice judo hip takeover by Yamashita. Miyu Yamashita taking control back after Evans dominated the early going into a hammerlock, pinning it with her leg, now pulling back. Sort of a variation on the Fujiwara. And then a double knee to the spine. Miyu Yamashita out to the apron, up to the top. Evans slowly to her feet. I guess she was out of range because Yamashita just hops down. And I thought she was going to send her spilling to the floor again. Evans able to slam on the brakes, fire off some shots there, and down goes Miyu Yamashita. A big right hand. One. Only a one count there as Savannah Evans is able to kick out. Yamashita now into the corner. What's she looking for here? Huge running knee. I'm surprised she didn't go for the pin off of that. That's her finish, the Crash Rabbit Heat. I guess I should say that's one of her finishes. Evans blocks a kick to the midsection. She's starting to fight back. Pump handle suplex. And now Evans looking to put this one away. Setting her up for a suplex. Into the go to sleep. She's won so many matches in this tournament with that move. 1, 2, 3. And Savannah Evans pulls off the day's first upset. The number 56 seed, unseating number 12. Savannah Evans will now face Viva Van.
Here is our winner, Sam Violet Evans.
Savannah Evans pulls off the first upset of the day, and what an opportune time. It gets her into the title match against Viva Van. Huge victory for Savannah Evans, the Cannibal. Moving on to our semi-main event where she will face Viva Van to become the first ever World Simuladies Champion. I'm having some technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take one more 5-minute break here. When we come back, the World Simulatag Champions will be decided as Violence is Forever takes on Las Chicas Indomables. The World Simuladies title will be decided as that woman who's not on the screen anymore. That woman, Savannah Evans, takes on Viva Van. And in our main event, Royce Chambers defends the World Simuweight Championship against Christian Cage and Bron Breakker in a 3-way. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with the thrilling conclusion of Season 2 of Pro Wrestling Simulator. are back, and it is time to crown the first ever World Simulatag Team Champions as Violence is Forever takes on Las Chicas Indomables. You can tell that I made Las Chicas Indomables. I've already talked about it a few times. The 2K games do not allow you to do intergender matches. That's just not an option. You can't do men versus women. But there were men and women tag teams in the tournament in the 100. So I mostly used Fire Pro to get to this point, but Las Chicas Indomables kept winning. And rather than having to switch back and forth between games or doing the whole thing in Fire Pro, which I didn't want to do because Fire Pro tag matches take forever, I tried to make male versions of La Haruquita and Lluvia, and they just came out looking like that. So I apologize. They're both beautiful women, but their creations are atrocious. And that is entirely my fault. And also, Lluvia's gear is glitching. Fabulous. And Lluvia springboards up and over and into the ring.
286 pounds,
and there's the Haruquita. Oh, man, that's annoying. Look, what is going on with Lluvia's gear? Here we go, Las Chicas Indomables. With victories over SAT, Imperium, FWC, The Kingdom, the Lucha Brothers, and the Butcher and the Blade. But now they are facing off against the number 10 seed in our tournament, the highest seed remaining in either tournament. Violence is Forever. Kevin Koo and Dominic Guarini.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 447 pounds, the Villagers.
The Southern Underground Pro Tag Team Champions, the Action Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Deadlock Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Titles you see them coming to the ring with, and one of them was floating for just a second. Okay, we're getting a little glitchier as the stream goes on, which means we've probably got another crash coming up here. We already had one today. But Violence is Forever beat the Commonwealth Connection, Z-Brats, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Bollywood Boys, and the Motor City Machine Guns. And that match against the Guns, 5-star classic. There are the World Simulatag titles. We are about to crown the first ever champions. Referee holding the belts aloft. Who will etch their names in history? Will it be Las Chicas Indomables or Violence is Forever? There's the bell, and here we go. Lluvia in the green representing Las Chicas Indomables. Dominic Guarini in the purple and black representing Violence is Forever. Guarini with a couple quick takedowns. Now tags in Kevin Koo. Now Guarini and Crew had a tremendous match against the Motor City Machine Guns earlier. The match with Las Chicas Indomables against the Butcher and the Blade was also very good, but that the VIF Machine Guns match is maybe the best match in the history of Pro Wrestling Simulated. Just a tremendous match put on by 2K. Well done, game. And to the floor goes Lluvia. You can hear him growling in pain because you can't put a feminine voice on a masculine creation either. Koo, I don't know what he's going for here, but it looks like it's going to hurt. Cannonball off the top rope to the concrete onto Lluvia. Oh, but Lluvia with a shotgun drop kick to the knee. We've got our invisible broadcast team at the table on the left. Camera left, I guess camera top. And then me with my two mime color commentators at the other table. Ku took the scenic route back into the ring and eats a drop kick from Yuya. Tag made, and in comes La Harokita. Ku's got her up on his shoulders. Go to sleep into a German suplex. Only a 1 count off of that combo from Ku. And now Rings of Saturn applied. That Nagata lock. Harokita fights out of it. And now Harokita is sending him up against the ropes, bouncing him off and driving a forearm into the spine. Down goes Ku. Knee drop attempted by Harokita. She eats an Uraken for her trouble in a series of kicks and a big knee. And another. My God. Ku trying to take Harokita's head off. Harokita fires back with a crossbody. She needed to do something big to stop Ku's momentum there. And that crossbody did just the trick. And now continuing to work over the arm of Kevin Ku. And stomping on the elbow. And a much needed tag. In comes Yuya. Yuya now with a kick and a punch and a punch. And a European uppercut. Down goes Ku. One count only, says the referee. Yuya can't believe it. I can. It's still early. And there's that Mr. Perfect snapmare from Yuya. Now working over the knee, stomping on the inside of it. And again, no, trying to pull it out of joint now. Crouching down, waiting for Ku to get back to his feet. No, instead decided to go over and tag in La Harokita. Pulling Ku to his feet. Shot to the midsection from Kevin Ku. Uraken and a headbutt. Catching her before she hits the mat. Pulling her up into a side suplex. Tag made, and in comes the Bone Collector, Dominic Guarini. Stomping on the inside of the leg. Hooks the leg. No, not even a 1 count. Guarini can't believe it. And a stomp to the face of La Harokita. Guarini now up to the top. And a huge splash. Guarini just crushing Harokita off the top rope. And the Bone Collector fired up. The crowd giving him an earful here. Shot to the midsection. And for a suplex, no. Harokita fighting her way out of it with a punch, a kick, and a belly-to-belly suplex. Harokita hooks the leg. 1, 2. But Guarini able to kick out. Honestly, I'm a little surprised she got up to 2 on that. Makes the tag, and Yuya comes back in. Guarini to his feet. Oh, just gets slapped across the face. Yuya now to the middle turnbuckle. Motioning she wants Guarini back on his feet. Going for a Rana. Guarini caught her. Powerbomb. And another. And a third. Triple powerbomb by Guarini. Just crushing Yuya. And now is he going for a 4th? No. Cradle pile driver. Does not capitalize, though. Tags in Kevin Ku instead. Ku now to the top rope. Massive diving headbutt. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. But Yuya kicks out. Which is good because Harokita didn't even come to the ring to try to break it up. Tag made, and Dominic Guarini comes back in. Stomp! He just curb stomped Yuya. Crowd giving the Bone Collector an earful here. Springboard poison Rana. That's gotta be it. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, Yuya kicks out. Guarini can't believe it, and neither can I. I thought for sure we had our first ever World Simuweight Tag Team Champions. Rolling through in the cross arm breaker. Harukita comes in that time and breaks up the submission hold. I don't know how much longer Yuvia could have held out on that. Oh my God, that pile driver by Guarini. Yuvia drop toe hold. She badly needs to tag in La Harukita. Big forearm. And then just pulling Guarini over by his hair. Hooks the leg. One count only. Guarini back to his feet. And another belly to belly by Yuvia. And tag made. She badly needed to get out of the ring. And in comes La Harukita. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Guarini able to kick out. Stomp to the midsection and a kick. Now Harukita doing the old throat cut gesture. Went for a kick blocked by Guarini. Firing off kicks back and forth, and another hair pull takedown by Harukita. That luscious mane of Guarini has proven to be his downfall in this match. Yuvia tags back in. That seems way premature. She has taken so much damage, and now she's in there with Ku. Traps the legs. Oh, he's going to go for that stomp. After the pile drivers that Yuvia's taken, after the power bombs that Yuvia's taken, another big shot to the head by Kevin Ku is the last thing she needs. 1. But Harukita, the pin was way too close to the corner. Dominic Guarini is out cold on the floor. So Harukita easily able to break it up. Quebrada by Ku. Now he pulls Yuvia to her feet. And there's that spinning Uranage again. Hooks the leg. 1. And again, it's broken up by Harukita. Ku went for the punch on Harukita. Harukita blocked it, now firing off some kicks. Oh, but she eats an Uraken and some punches and a chop and a kick to the knee. And now a double underhook into a gut buster. Brutal move by Ku. Snapdragon suplex. Move to the midsection. He's going to give a pile driver to Harukita. He is. La Harukita just absolutely devastated by that move. But Yuvia coming to her partner's defense. Sends Ku into the corner. Went for a kick. Ku blocked it. Reverses. Now stomping on the knee of Yuvia. And going for a suplex here. And screwdriver. Shades of Scott Steiner with that screwdriver. That suplex into a pile driver. Taking way too much time getting Yuvia away from the ropes, though. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Harukita breaks it up. Guarini now sending Harukita to the floor. Ku with a variation on Kofi Kingston's springboard lariat to nobody. Ku now up top. What's he going for here? Big elbow. Took too much time. Yuvia is able to dodge it. Meanwhile, on the floor, Guarini going for a deadlift German on Harukita. I don't know what Yuvia just did to Ku. It was some sort of power bomb. The camera was focused at ringside. Mr. Perfect Snapmare. Stomp to the inside of the knee. Big punch and a kick. Yuvia working over Kevin Ku. Scoop into a rib breaker. What is Yuvia going for here? Pump handle suplex. Just got to drag Ku away from the ropes. One, 2, 3. Las Chicas Indomables are the first ever World Simuweight Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, the Chick Magnets.
Chicas Indomables are the World Simuweight Tag Team Champions. Huge victory for La Jaroquita and Lluvia. Going forward, of course, we will, if we're going to do intergender matches, we will do them in Fire Pro for their title defenses. If they're going to be against women, I'm just going to re-download the community creations of the female Jaroquita and Lluvia because those are significantly better. But Las Chicas Indomables, the number 37 seeds in our tournament, win it to become the first ever World Simulatag Champions. Congratulations to Las Chicas Indomables. What do you say? We want to do another title match? Maybe two more? That sounds good to me. We are headed back to the WreSIMania arena as a title match. And it is now time to crown the first ever World Simuladies Champion as number 56 seed Savannah Evans takes on number 50 Viva Van. Hooray, load times. There we go. It's the World Simuladies title. Savannah Evans and Viva Van. What a run by these two women to get this far. Pulling off upsets, getting victories where they were favored. And it's all come down to this. Savannah Evans beating Laura DiMatteo, Starlight Kid, Dana Brooke, Charlotte Flair, Layla Gray, and Miyu Yamashita. Viva Van with victories over Casey Spinelli, Mickey James, Miyu Watanabe, Arisa Nakajima, Saoriano, and Shayna Baszler to get here.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
And is for the World Women's Championship.
For the first ever.
Making her way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, Sam Violet Evans.
Savannah Evans, the cannibal, making her way to the ring. Again, trained by Caleb Conley, Cedric Alexander, and George South. Representing Impact Wrestling. A portion that has gone 15-7. Her opponent, the Big Time Wrestling Women's Champion, the PCW Ultra Women's Champion, and the future Stars of Wrestling Women's Champion. LA native Viva Van in her hometown, looking to pick up one more win and one more title because she sure doesn't have enough of those. It is Viva Van and Savannah Evans to become the first ever World Simuladies Champion. Now, Van got a 2-star match against Saoriano and then 4 stars out of Shayna Baszler. Savannah Evans had a 3-star match against Layla Gray and then 2.5 stars for Miyu Yamashita. So Van's matches have had a combined better score from the evaluators, but match quality doesn't mean that much in a tournament setting. It's all about advancing, and these two women have outlasted 148 others, but only one of them can be the World Simuladies Champion. Big match feel here at WreSIMania, as well it should be. This is a world title match. Viva Van and Savannah Evans. The biggest show in pro wrestling simulated history. Closing in on 3 hours. We've got 2 matches still to go. There you see the World Simuladies title. Referee holding it up. Displaying it for the crowd. There's Savannah Evans. There's Viva Van. There's the referee, and there's the bell. We are underway. The Simuladies title on the line. Viva Van and Savannah Evans. Van sends Evans into the corner. Oh, Van looks like she wants that elevated choke. We've seen that so many times tonight, and it's just devastating. The guy in the crowd holding up a one tough woman sign. Should probably amend that to say two tough women. These are two of the toughest in the world in Viva Van and the cannibal Savannah Evans. Big elbow drop by Van, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Evans kicks out at 2. Now Van pulling Evans up by the hair. Fisherman's brainbuster. Now working over the arm, cross arm breaker by Viva Van. Stomping on the elbow, kick to the shoulders. And a running shoulder block by Evans shuts it down. Evans now big knee to the face of Van. Right hand, boot to the midsection. Series of strikes there by Evans. And a kick to the face by Van. Shot to the midsection. Big overhand shots here from Van. Last one blocked, though. We got a strike fest back and forth, back and forth. German suplex by Evans. And now she's got the arm pump handle. Suplex. We just saw that win a championship. Let's see if Savannah's done it too. 1, 2. 2 count only. Viva Van able to get a shoulder up off the canvas. Savannah Evans taking a play right out of Yuvia's playbook. She just saw her win the World Simulatag titles with that move. Why not? I'll give it a shot. Now just biting the fingers of Viva Van instead of before, but that's why they call her the cannibal, and she does it again. Just chomping down on Van's fingers. Comes a kick. Trapped by Van into a dragon screw leg whip. Back into the cross arm breaker. Stomp went for a kick. Oh, and lands that one. Evans now biting the top of Van's head. Go behind. Side suplex. No, atomic drop. And now Evans pulling Van up. Shot to the midsection by Van. Belly to belly. Suplex on the floor. Brutal move by Viva Van. The hell-bent Vixen. Hell-bent on capturing gold here in our semi-main event at WreSIMania. She's already won 2 matches. So has Savannah Evans. They both have battled through 148 other women to get to this point. The largest simulated women's wrestling tournament of all time ends here. Viva Van, Savannah Evans, one of them will be the first ever World Simuladies Champion. Another suplex on the floor by Van, just pummeling Savannah Evans on the concrete. There's that wrist trap Northern Lights. We saw her do that to Shayna Baszler earlier. And now just sending Evans. Thought she was sending her to the barricade, but Evans kind of slams on the brakes. Van, rather than accepting the count out, follows Evans to the floor, restarting the referee's count, and another Northern Lights. Diva showing off in front of her hometown crowd. Knee to the midsection from Savannah Evans, and the cannibal returns to the ring. Hellbent Vixen. I thought she was going to be right behind her, but no, Evans comes right back out rather than staying in. Got her up. Fall away slam. No, Van lands on her feet. Van going for a backbreaker. Lands it. It's crushing the spine of Savannah Evans. And Evans with a running clothesline. Down goes Van. And Evans sends Van toward the barricade. Now it's Van's turn to slam on the brakes. Van returns to the ring just as the referee hits 6 on his count. Hair pull takedown by Evans. And now Savannah Evans just doing push-ups. Van to her feet. Evans now looking for a backbreaker and finds it. Just crushing the spine of Viva Van. Stretching her across her knee. Rolls her over. Lateral press. One count only. Van able to kick out pretty easily. Evans really should have hooked a leg there. Looking for a vertical suplex. Nope. Van slips out of it. Go behind. German suplex. And a super kick by Viva Van. And that standing, spinning splash. That's what she used to beat Baszler. 1, 2, 3. And Viva Van is the first ever World Simuladies Champion. The biggest win of Viva Van's career. Ending that twisting splash.
World Women's Champion.
The hell-bent Vixen Viva Van is your winner. Got a 3-star rating for that one. Keeping with Van's average. She had a 2, a 4, and a 3. Very good, according to the game. And folks, that brings us to our main event. What a great afternoon of simulated wrestling we have had. And just a quick recap, in the 150, our women's tournament, we started the night off with the quarterfinals. Shayna Baszler beating Davienne, Savannah Evans beating Layla Gray, Viva Van over Saoriano, and Miyu Yamashita beating Utami Hayashishita. We then had a number 1 contenders Royal Rumble. That was a bit controversial. It was won by Bron Breakker, who entered at number 28. The controversy stems from the fact that the number 21 entrant was supposed to be Christian Cage, and instead it was Yo from New Japan Pro Wrestling, who had already been in the match and eliminated. Not sure how that was allowed to stand, but as a result, Christian Cage, who was supposed to be entering at number 21, has been granted a spot in this title match since he was, kind of screwed out of the title opportunity by not being put in the Rumble. And then we went to the semifinals of the 100, our tag team tournament. Las Chicas Indomables, La Jaroquita and Lluvia, beat the Butcher and the Blade to advance. Violence is Forever. Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo put on a 5-star classic against the Motor City Machine Guns. Probably the best match in PWS history. Violence is Forever won that to set up the showdown with Las Chicas Indomables. We then went back to the semifinals of the 150, where Viva Van beat Shayna Baszler and Savannah Evans beat Miyu Yamashita. And then in our last match, 2 matches ago, Las Chicas Indomables pulled off the upset, beating Violence is Forever to become the first ever World Simulatag Champions. And then in our last match, you just saw Viva Van beat Savannah Evans to become the first ever World Simuladies Champion. And it has all come down to this main event. Bron Breakker earned a spot by winning the Rumble. Christian Cage earned a spot by being screwed out of the Rumble. And Royce Chambers is in this because, well, he's the champion. The World Simuweight Title on the line in our main event here at WreSIMania. Christian Cage versus Bron Breakker versus Royce Chambers. Only one man can walk away with the most coveted simulated championship in wrestling, the World Simuweight Title. Now, Christian Cage, again, like I said, was supposed to be the 21st entrant in the Rumble. He was not. Breaker was number 28 and went on to win. Royce Chambers won our Season 1 tournament, the 500, to become the first ever World Simuweight Champion, and he is now having his first defense against 2 challengers. Out comes the first challenger, the winner of tonight's Royal Rumble, Bron Breaker.
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the World Championship. Introducing the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 267 pounds, WreSIMania.
Bron Breaker, trained at the WWE Performance Center, former WWE NXT champion, only a 2-year pro. He was one of 7 WWE wrestlers in the Rumble, and he was, of course, the last one standing, walking away with the victory and setting up this championship match. His opponent, representing All Elite Wrestling, was supposed to be the number 21 entrant in the Rumble, Captain Charisma, the Instant Classic, the New People's Champion, Showtime, Christian Cage.
And introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 198 pounds, Christian Cage.
Christian Cage had not been ranked on the PWI 500 since 2014 after retirement. Came back to AEW and had a great first year back, getting himself a spot number 81 on the 2022 PWI 500. Christian, this is the biggest match of his career since he's been back. That's probably not true. It's the biggest in his PWS career. It's his biggest match since coming back. Of course, you know, he was Impact World Champion and he main evented All Out 2021 against Kenny Omega. So it's all relative. It's all relative, but Christian Cage out here to outwork and work everyone. Bron Breaker and Christian Cage now await the arrival of the World Simuweight Champion. Here we go.
And introducing the champion from Melbourne, Australia, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is the World Champion, Royce Chambers.
Royce Chambers won the Pro Wrestling Simulated World Simuweight Championship back in November. He's had it for 5 months. This is his first defense. That's not his fault. That is just how this show works. He won the 500 by beating Tommaso Ciampa, Mai Saruga, Bobby Lashley, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Arrow Boy, Chris Jericho, Laredo Kid, Bali Yanaki, and Willie Mack to earn that championship. The 4-year pro from Melbourne, Airbender Royce Chambers, set to defend the title here. And there's the bell and the main event is underway. Cage goes right after Breaker. Chambers with a springboard went for a missile drop kick on Cage. Came up a little short. And instead, sort of a variation on the abdominal stretch into a slam. Nicely done, Breaker. I don't know what he's going for. Just kind of pumping up the crowd in the corner. Spinning back kick there by Chambers. This one's going to the action, and this one's going to be fast and furious. All 3 guys bringing the heat here. Snapmare by Chambers, then a kick to the spine of Christian. Bring him to his feet. Now Christian going to send Chambers into the corner. Big chop and an overhand and a punch and a slap. Sends Breaker into the ropes and then a series of strikes on Chambers, but Chambers blocks one, firing off chops of his own and a snapmare and a kick. Chambers hooks the leg. One, but it's immediately broken up by Bron Breaker. Springboard Pele kick. Nicely done by Chambers, and Breaker rolls to the floor. Chambers now scoop. Michinoku driver takes Christian down. To his feet. Super kick. And airbender Royce Chambers is in control here. Drives a knee into the elbow. And a kick to the spine again. Breaker posing on the apron there. Now Chambers with a rolling Death Valley driver. Breaker posing like he just did something. Chambers will meet him there with a series of strikes, including an elbow to the tippy top of the head. Chambers now posing here. To the top rope. Moonsault, no. Comes up short as Breaker gets to his feet. And Cage with a big forearm to the jaw. Cage ducks. Edge-o-matic. Shades of his best friend Edge. Hooks the leg. One count only for Christian. Bron Breaker kicks out of the execution. Huge forearm by Christian. Now Edge to the middle turnbuckle. Kick to the back of the head. And a diving spear off the middle turnbuckle by Christian Cage. And Chambers gets him up. TKO into a stunner on the knee almost. One. Breaker very slow to his feet. Lucked out that Christian was able to kick out on his own. Huge release German suplex by Breaker. And then it drives an elbow into Chambers' chest. Kick to the spine. And Breaker rolls to the floor. Series of kicks, punches. Cage in control. No, Chambers blocks. Code Breaker. 1, 2. Oh, and Christian kicks out. Big headbutt by Cage. Hooks the leg. Oh, but Chambers able to kick out before one. Breaker and Christian have taken most of the abuse in this match. Chambers kind of picking his spots here. Wrestling a very smart match. That's why he's the champion. Breaker with that delayed vertical suplex. And then drives Christian down. Oh, and then a cave-in stomp from Chambers. Oh, but Breaker kicks him away. Right hand. Got him up. Snake eyes across the top rope. And an elbow. Christian spears Breaker in half. 1, 2. Oh, Christian almost became the new champion. Chambers has him in the corner. He's going to tie him to the tree of woe. No, just slams him down. What's he going for here? Up to the top. Split-legged moonsault by Royce Chambers. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Royce Chambers retains in our main event. Royce Chambers is still the World Simuweight Champion.
Here is your winner, and still World Champion, Royce Chambers.
Royce Chambers once again able to overcome the odds. He won a 500-person tournament to win that title, and tonight he beat two of the best wrestlers in the world to retain it. Royce Chambers is still the World Simuweight Champion. Congrats to Royce. Congrats to the first ever World Simuladies Champion, Viva Van. Congrats to the first World Simulatag Team Champions, Las Chicas Indomables. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I am not sure what the next season of PWS is going to look like, but I do know that the next time you hear me on commentary, it will be live for FXE Wrestling here in Middle Tennessee. I'm going to be the play-by-play announcer. I'm also head of creative. I am having a blast there. It is the best experience of my life. It took me 40 years to get here, but man, I am not going anywhere. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on FXE Crush